Hi friends. Way back when the pandemic started in the United States, we thought it would last for a few weeks, maybe a few months. Here we are a year later, and we've had to adapt in order to provide for our needs. Everything from curbside grocery pickup to online school and church to Zoom social gatherings. For refugees, particularly the Darfurian refugees in eastern Chad, their time in the camps is measured in more than months, more than years, in decades. Their lives were disrupted far more and far deeply than we can even imagine. There's now an entire generation that has only experienced life in the refugee camps. Father Tom, the International Director of Jesuit Refugee Service, is going to share about meeting the long-term needs of these refugees, and especially the need for education.
At the end of 2019, the United Nations declared that there were 79.5 million forcibly displaced people around the world. Some of them refugees fleeing wars, others internally displaced within their own countries, others leaving for particular reasons and seeking asylum somewhere else. What is in common about these folks? They're men and women. Over half of them are children. They're likely to live in displacement in a camp or in a city. And more often than not, they will spend up to 20 years in that displacement. The days of being able to go home quickly or be resettled to another country quickly are more or less gone. In this context of long displacement, what are their needs? Certainly the basics of food, clothing, and shelter, and those can be taken care of relatively easily. But in a long experience of being a refugee, education is paramount. Without an education, a child has no future. Without an education, she cannot make a contribution to her family in the present or in the future. Without an education, a young boy turns to guns or to crime, and a young girl is likely to be forcibly married at a very young age. It's for this reason that JRS takes education so seriously. Education from preschool all the way to post-secondary educational training. Watoto Reed has played a huge role in our educational work in Chad, helping us build and rehabilitate classrooms, providing the basics such as desks, chairs, other equipment, books. These are the tangible things that enable us to keep young people in school. Without an education in Eastern Chad, there's not too much of a future. With an education, any young girl, any young boy can imagine a future for herself, for himself, for their family. We are grateful that Watoto Reed plays such an important part in our educational world. Thanks for your support and your partnership.